What is going on, everyone? Rex Bebop back again, and it has been a minute, hasn't it? And I'm coming back with this shit. Yeah, admittingly, I have been an amazing Digital Circus fan since the beginning with the first episode. It wowed me enough that I wanted to see where exactly these characters were going to go, and all that. It's no secret that I've even gassed this up to other people, and yeah, and to see just the way the fandom itself has been overall with Gooseworks and and the leaks of the last act, it's been an exhausting time to be a fan of this show. And now with the last episode now titled Remember, and I've seen it twice now thanks to it finally releasing on YouTube last Friday. I Which means, yeah, I did go to see this in theaters as the last act when they just tacked on episode 8 and episode 9 together and made a full length, feature length movie length time about it. But I was so scared of leaks that I just couldn't help myself. And after seeing it twice, I'm going to be real with y'all. It was mid. It was mid. I think the buzz from the first time I watched it went away, and then I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Looking at it again made me go like, huh. Yeah, yeah, this ain't it. This was not it, Chief. I'm sorry, not sorry. And as this being the last episode with everything that was built up with episode 8, Kane being deleted, the circus breaking around them, and now Kane being gone, them revealed to be brain scans of their original counterparts, the abstractions that may or may not be getting out and loose into the circus now that Kane is gone, to really none of that being addressed at all. Like even the fucking brain scan shit. It's like, are we serious? And before anyone comes at me, I understand that Jax needed his own episode, but for the sake of everything that was built up, this was not worth it. I'm sorry, not sorry. This shit was not worth it overall for it to be like what it is. And I'm going off what we were given with the 9 episode run versus like what could have been and all that. I, I'm going off what was given to us. So let's just talk about it, right? That's what we're here for. Really, this is me just venting my frustrations about like Remember and slash the last act, because it's just again, I have been sitting on this shit for weeks. I've been debating whether or not to make a video on this or not, and I think this will be a lot better for my own sanity rather than like drumming up a daggone thesis essay in a comment or two. So yeah, and also content. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right, let's get the elephant out of the way right off the bat. I hated the reason why Jax became a psychopath, basically, was basically a psychopath. Trauma given to him by his mom to then basically speed run through any potential good that came his way just so he wouldn't feel vulnerable or be bullied for it was dog shit. I I'm not a fan of this. I'm just not. It's like, yeah, we got confirmation as to why he is how he is, but the fact remains, like, trauma is never, it's just not an excuse. It's not a good enough excuse for him to be like how he is, and which is basically a fucking psychopath. Like it's just baffling to me how like he's written. And I understand like he is the driving force of most of the antagonism in the show, and I understand that too. Just the way that he is written, to then really Kane being the antagonist of episode 8, it's like Jax really is like the shit stir of everything of this fucking show. He really is. Like the more I think about this, the more I'm like, huh. Ugh, it is what it is. But it's like my last shred of hope with him died the moment we are shown he is one of the main reasons why we're abstracted. And abstracted, if you get know, for those who you don't know, is basically a form of suicide in the show. Um, even by extension Kaufmo afterwards. But the reason I say one of when it comes to him, because I put blame on everyone in the circus that was still amongst and who knew Ribbit before Pomni. This is before Pomni showed up and everything. This is before episode 1. Because none of them checked up on Ribbit, and even after the blow up with Jax, it's like the jerk off might have been the first domino that fell forward to cause this, but no one checked up on her. Not even the mom of the group, Ragatha. No one checked up on her. Capo acts like, yo, something up with Ribbit, and Jack's like, I have no idea. It's like, the fuck? It's like, really? No one checked up on her at all? Again, the blame starts at Jax, but the blame overall, this is everyone's issue. Especially when the whole theme of the show is to never let someone feel like they're not wanted if his memory is anything to go by. Again, we're looking at Jax's memories when we're shown this shit, because, you know, that shit that happens in the last episode. And I know I'm all over the place with this, but it's just like, dude, really? Like if we're going by his memories alone, then no one checked up on her. And even through his memories, like, him and Ragatha aren't really as close or like that tight as friends as Ragatha says that they are. It's like, we were friends once. Bitch, when, where? We were in his memories. How? When was this? When was any of this? I just hate that there was a point that he was an asshole to actually, like, being cool with people at one point. If, you know, his relationship with Kaufman and Ribbit were anything to go by, he was happy. But to him revealing, like, his shit to Ribbit after she revealed, like, her parents are Mormons and all that, it's just like the talk in the room, and then it's just like, oh shit, they reveal his mommy issues with Ribbit to get scared, and they overshared to then proceed to shut her out altogether, which in turn had the whole blow up scene in the snow world to then her getting abstracted later. Again, it's a domino effect. It's a whole ass domino effect that I cannot put all the blame on Jax for this. I cannot. And beforehand I did, but when I look back at this again, and I'm like, yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me and made me go like, oh, fuck him. But overall, no one checked up on her. No one even checked up on Cosmo until it's just like, oh, Pomni shows up, and it's just like, oh, this is when they figure out, like, oh, he abstracted. Got it. And the fact that this asshole had a multitude of chances by the characters to be better and to never take any of the chances after what he's done. I just feel like I'm going crazy, like, the more I'm like thinking about this and looking at this. And he's Goose's self-insert. He's Goose's and even she knows that he's a shit character. But anyone else writing this, Jax would have gotten his comeuppance, and not only he would have gotten his comeuppance, honestly, and not have it framed as like, at least to me, this what it feels like. He was an ass, but he was our ass, you know, with a fucking TikTok montage to "Isn't She Lovely?" God help me, like the second time I watched that, I'm like, I laughed. I actually laughed, because it's like, it's no fucking way that I am having sympathy for this guy after everything he has done. I have never seen a show go out of its way to like give the asshole character this much leeway, this many chances, this God, just this many opportunities to do better, them not taking them, and it's just like, and then it's just like, oh, the remorse at the very, very tail end of it. No, I just fucking no. I just no, man. Dude, another thing that absolutely shits me, it's like Pomni just forgot that about Jax after what happened in episode 8. It's like, Jax blows up at everyone after we figure out that Kane is gone and shit. And like, he blows up at Ragatha. It's just like, oh, you guys are still with mommy too, huh, Rags? It's like, what the fuck? And this is after they figure out their brain scans, by the way. They do nothing with this. They do absolutely nothing with this. This is another thing that I just cannot fucking stand. It's like they figure out that they have the little conjure powers and shit that make those circus more bearable and shit. And it's just like everyone is like starting to gather around and shit. Jax comes around one more time to like try to talk to Pomni. He's like, never mind. And then she's just like, I forgot how bad it gets. And then we cut back and we see like an abstraction running around. I genuinely thought that it was like the abstractions are getting loose and shit, and it's just gonna be like this whole thing with them trying to like keep them back, keep them being contained and shit. I genuinely thought that's the way we were going with this at first, and then it's just like, oh wait a minute, that's fucking Jax. I'm like, okay, oh, well damn. I was like, what the fuck? It's almost laughable how much this show again just, it's like, I get it. It's like no one deserves to feel like they've been forgotten and we're all in this together and shit. It's basically Ohana. It's basically the Ohana message in this show. But it's just like after all this hammering in, it's like Pomni just forgot about him. After she told him like, be here later. After, you know, he had to go and fucking deal with Kane and shit last episode and distract them while King was working on like correcting his code and shit. It's like, this is the same Pomni that was like telling him to, yo, bring your ass back here, sucker. It's like, dude. And I'm just supposed to buy the fact that she just forgot about him and all this. It's like, no, not the way this shit has been written up to this point. Not the way that that she fought him after he tried to go all edgelord and shit. Like, oh, I'll forget about you. I'd move on and probably forget about you. She fucking fought him in the same episode, in the guns episode, for God's sake. I'm just supposed to accept that she just forgot. Okay. It's awful, but okay. Another thing, and speaking of Kane, I hate the way he was brought back. I love Kane. I'll go on record and say like he's one of my favorite characters in the show. But the way he comes back, I want to say like the Void is basically like the recycling bin as to why he's still alive, because he got yeeted. He got yeeted out of existence. He got deleted by Kinger after his big ass fingers accidentally deleted him. After he went crazy with the whole I am God thing and everything, like Bubble basically being a fucking little instigator and shit, like, dude, come on. It's like, come on. There's no explanation of why Kane is alive. His redemption's pretty much speed ran. And it's like he did not have enough time after how much time Jax got in this finale. That's another thing I don't agree with, like, at all. It's almost like his redemption is basically shoehorned in just for the sake of like, oh yeah, we gotta like wrap his stuff up too. And again, this is right after the episode, again, after his whole I am God like crash out and Bubble going like, you were always the lesser of the two on him, and then like which caused him to like freak out and shit. It's like, to him basically being alive, him getting rid of the blue AI inside him, and him basically going like, was I in the wrong and all that. It's just like his whole entire like redemption was speed ran just for the sake of being like, okay, we gotta wrap his stuff up too. And again, I as much as I don't like it, it's like I like the visual of Kane being around the group and him being with them and learning from them. Like that actually got me a bit, because it's like, oh, he's learning from them and shit. He's doing exactly what he should have been doing the entire time. And it's just, again, we kind of speed ran to get to this point. Oh my God, this is right after what happened in episode 8. It's like, dude, man, I can't, like, no, man, just no. It's like, at the end of the day, overall, we needed more episodes. I know I'm going by the majority, because everyone has said this. Everyone with a brain has said this. It's just that's just the main problem with this show. 9 episodes just was not enough to flesh out everything that was built up. It isn't. It really isn't. Hell, the fact that Kane opened the worlds of the circus around the main plot of the circus, right? In the void. We see that. And we see him open up all the worlds at the very end, and the group montaging, going on adventures in other settings and shit. It's just so blue balls worthy. It's just crazy how this has been done. I just find it crazy. How we're shown this, and it's like, oh, we can't experience none of this shit. Can't just dangle that kind of shit in our face and do nothing with it. But again, in Gooseworth's case, I get why she would never go back to this series after what she's dealt with, the doxing, the nonsense that most fans have given her, the leaking of the finale, no less, the shit that she's gone through. It's like, no, I wouldn't. I can understand that she's like, hey, yo, Gameverse and Gaslight District, yo, it's y'all turn now. It's y'all turn. I'm out. I'm wiping my hands of this shit. Good luck. I can't really blame her. And that's not even mentioning, like, what the fuck, like the whole Gangle shit, like not crying for him and then crying when he's like, I'm going back to Jack shit. Her crying after finding out that he's been abstracted and shit. It's just like, no, just no, just ugh. Again, I'm going off a tangent. I have pretty much said what I wanted to say on this shit. I would not be surprised to spawn a bunch of comments after this, because it's like, this is actually out of nowhere, even for me, to even just drop this shit and actually just pretty much like admit, like, hey, I'm a fan of the show. But after this, I'm less a fan of the show. It went from an 8 to a 5 for me. If I actually had to like rank it or number rank it, an 8 to a 5 after this finale. Because again, you built up enough. Even if this is a character-driven show, you built up enough for me to be like, yo, we needed more time with a lot of shit. We needed a lot more time than what was given to us, and it really, really shows at the end product. But I'm glad that the craze is over. I'm glad that we can move on from this. But in terms of toxic fan bases, this shit is never gonna end. And I'm kind of slightly scared for Gameverse. I'm slightly scared for for Gaslight District, whenever another glitch show like comes up and happens, actually gets going, I'm frightened of this shit. I am. Even the creators like sanity and shit. But it's like, again, going off tangents now. The the last act is what it is with it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and just going off of it like a second time, I liked it even less than before. Again, the movie magic of going to see this in theaters, because I was so jazzed to actually see it and shit, it kind of wore off. And again, I was just like, what the fuck? I was hesitant to be like, should I talk about this or should I not? And all that. Like, I was like, I'll just wait until this shit's on YouTube, and then once I've seen it again, it's just like, this is just how I've kind of held this in. And seeing like it is so split down the middle with how people like see this finale, and I see why. We needed more time. At the end of the day, that's really what this draws down to. We definitely needed more time with this show. It needed more episodes. But it is what it is. I'm just glad it's over. Leave your comments. I cannot wait to see where this shit ranks. I have been Rex Bebop. I am signing out. Hopefully I have enough motivation to do more content, because yeah, it's kind of been crazy since the last time I posted anything. So yeah. Yeah, leave your thoughts and all that. I'm getting out of here. Peace. Sees you when I sees you. Be safe out there, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.